So, hello there, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude in the Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the brand new album by Lamb of God called Omens. So, this is the band's ninth album and their follow up to 2020's self titled release, and their second album, where they changed drummers. Chris Adler left the band, and now Art Cruz is the drummer of the band. So 2 years later, the band comes in with a new album, and every Lamb of God is a band that has really been very successful ever since they started in the 2000s. To me, Ashes of the Wake is an amazing album, and they're very respected in the metal world. So this album is 10 tracks, 41 minutes in length. So it's not a super long album, but it's not super short. It does it intends to do what it does. It is, I can say right now that the album is a fast-paced album all the way through. uh, it really never lets up. It has that signature Lamb of God sound with that groove that we're all accustomed to. So uh, yeah, so let's dig a little bit into the tracks. So the first singles that I listened to it, I think it was the first single was Omens, which is the title track of the album. And uh, when I first listened to this track, I wasn't blown away. I thought it was decent. It has a great chorus, and Randy Blythe sounds great on it. But it kind of feels like Lamb of God by the numbers. And when I say this, is like it doesn't feel like anything new. It's just like a rehash of older material with a little bit of a twist. And with Lamb of God, their 2015 album, I thought had a lot of experimentation, and I loved it. And with the 2021, I just thought it sounded like Lamb of God on auto control. And I think this is a continuation of that sound from 2020, even though I enjoyed this album more than their self titled. So other singles like Nevermore that starts the album, it's a good album opener. It has that groove, it has some great drumming, great riffing. Uh, Randy Blythe's vocals on it are great, but on some other Lamb of God albums, like Randy Blythe tried to do something different. On this album, like all his vocals are very similar as well. So yeah, Nevermore, it's a good other single. Then they had Grayscale, and I think Grayscale was okay. It didn't blow me away either. So I went with my expectations like on check for this album. So the album has the other tracks on the album. They're groovy. You can expect great riffing on it. Like Randy Blythe sounds good on it, and I think that Art Cruz did a great job on drumming on this. And it's not easy to follow Chris Adler, who was such a great drummer and one of the best ones right now. So other songs that I thought were interesting, they put out a new single, Ditch, and Ditch is pretty, it it sounds like Lamb of God by the numbers too. You know, they do repeat a lot in the song the word ditch, and the songs like follow this formula, like Randy screaming, like then they go into the chorus. They have some riffing on it. There's not a whole lot of solos on this album. Only on the last song, September song, which I thought was a good album closer, and I thought that that song had a little bit more of experimentation. It started slow, and then it goes fast, and in the middle of the song there's a solo on it, and I think it's one of the only like long solos that they have on this album. The rest of the album is more by the numbers, like 3 to 4 minute type of songs, like very fast riffing, very groovy, but not a whole lot of like super technical solos. But Lamb of God has never been known to be like a super technical solo type of band. They're more groove oriented, like Pantera. And other songs that I thought was interesting is Denial Mechanism. That song is a shorter song at 2 minutes and 30, like 5 seconds. And I know Randy loves Bad Brains. That song sounds more hardcore punkish, and it's fast and it never lets you go. And I thought it was good, and it's almost at the end of the album, so if it picks up the energy. Just to say, other songs like "Vanishing to the Grave," "Gomorrah," uh, are solid. Nothing that I would say like, "Oh my God, it blew my mind," but also not bad. And at the end of the day, that's the thing with this album. This is a this is a solid. It's good. It's a good Lamb of God album. I think fans of the band will be pleased with it. I enjoyed it better than the 2020 self-release. I think this one's more focused, if you will, and I think the production in it sounds really good. But at the end of the day, it's nothing that I haven't heard before, and to me that makes it like, I don't think I will listen to it as much as some of their earlier albums, but they do sound energized and they're gelling well together, and I'm sure these songs live will sound great. So I want to know, what did you think about Lamb of God Omens? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment what are your favorite tracks and how would you rate it in the Lamb of God discography. So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, don't forget to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. And coming up on this weekend, on Sunday, we have the 27th anniversary of No Doubt Tragic Kingdom with Señorita Sabrosura and JC Rock and Metal reviews at 10 a.m. So watch that on Sunday. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield on the Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.